What's going on, you guys? Welcome to part 5 of the mower build. In this episode, we're gonna get this turbo kit fabbed up. I'm gonna get a 90, and it's gonna 90 over here, and then another bend, and the turbo's gonna sit right here. So what's going on here? Are you locking the door on me? Get in here. And some other parts I got in. So this is the full cold side, all the piping for the turbo kit. I just kind of ordered a universal kit, and I kind of just started picking a look at it. So this will go just like that. Quit eating stuff! Goddamn, dog! Anyway, that's gonna go like that, and it's gonna pipe into the turbo, which would be right there. So yeah, don't mind this flow. I'm trying out the mullet life. We're gonna see how it goes. Not sure how I feel about it, but it makes my nose look bigger. It's not good. All right, I got a bunch of random pieces. I got a couple 90s, you know, and some other bends. They're only like 10 bucks a piece, you know, like bend me over, please. Holy shit. We're gonna make it work. If it's not gonna work, we're gonna make it work. This is all gonna go on here, something like that, like this. Gotta trim this down a little bit. Alright, I got it kind of centered how I want it. I want the turbo centered here. Then I'm gonna cut this chunk right here and on the other side. This pipe that I made, I'll cut it to size, and then I'll weld it onto that piece. Look at that. It's pretty sick. So I'm going to cut a hole here probably, and then the turbo is going to be welded to that. Bam, just like that. Got a turbo on it. Welded all that up. Don't make fun of my welds. Ain't no welder. I want to start it and see what it sounds like. I guess it won't sound that good, but I need to make a exhaust dump off of here, probably out the side or wherever fitting. I don't want to start it with no oil feed or anything like that. So I don't want to seize the little guy. So I'm thinking I'll wrap these in exhaust wrap just to hide my welds and whatever. They're not the best, but they'll hold, I hope. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap exhaust wrap all the way around, up on the neck here. See what it looks like when it's done. Got her all wrapped in exhaust wrap. That looks way better. Looks freaking deadly, man. Actually, I've decided before I do the brakes on this, I want to do the exhaust side of the turbo. So I went out and I bought some attachments here. I'll show you what I want to do. I want to have kind of the exhaust, like I'll probably cut this maybe here. I'll probably cut this pipe on an angle right here, so it comes straight out. I'll cut it. Oh, this is hard with one hand. I'll cut it here, and there's these attachments that I'll use. This one will slide over, say there. And this exhaust piece, or the tip, will go over that piece, and I can weld it all together. And I want it coming straight out here. So I gotta build a flange for this. I'll show you guys how I do that. I don't have all the right tools like a normal shop would, but I got the tools to get her done. So we'll get her done. This is also the next day. That's why I got a different wardrobe on. Still rocking the mullet, but it's hiding under there. Alright, so I just did a kind of rough cutout. So now I'll go over the whole thing with this tool, and it'll shave down all the excess materials to give it the shape that I want. Alright, so there's the shape of it. Now I drilled the holes. Now I just need to cut out the middle. I might cut it out a little smaller just so I have more material to weld to. So yeah, let's give her a shot. Alright, I was getting a little carried away. That's what it's looking like so far. And I remembered that I'm going to be welding this piece of exhaust pipe on there. So I didn't need to grind out all this, so I'll have to fill all that, which is whatever, but wish I would have thought of that before, but good thing I didn't keep grinding that out. So this goes on like that, but this bolt here, it hits here. So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna heat this up really hot, and then I'm gonna put this bar here and I'm gonna hammer it and see if I can get some kind of indent so I can still get the bolt in and out. I think I got her to work. Got a nice little bend in there. So now I got to put this, I'll put it on the turbo, I'll bolt it on, and I'm just going to tack it on because once I start tacking it and stuff, it's going to warp. This is fairly thin. So kind of get it lined up where I want it. Ah, it looks not bad. Goddamn piece of shit welding helmet. They're not the prettiest, but I got it all. So I need to take these off because there's going to be a gap under there. So I need to fill it from the inside. Try my best anyway. Yeah, and then I'll probably cut this off wherever. Trim this. Some redneck ass exhaust, I tell you what. Yeah, see what I mean? I should have left more material here when I got carried away. So now I have to kind of figure out where I want this. So I'm thinking if I cut it off over here maybe, you could slide this over. Well, I can cut this too, weld it, and then the tip will go on here. I don't want it crazy long, right? Just kind of want it somewhat normal looking, as normal as this build can look. Got it trimmed and tacked kind of where I want it. So then I just gotta, I'll probably squish this in a bit and then fold all the way around. Check that out, exhaust side is done. Perfectly level. I still gotta wire wheel all this. It's not too bad. Kind of obnoxious, but hell, you know what? It's a turboed lawnmower. It's supposed to be obnoxious. Alright, you guys. Sorry for the late videos, but here's what's going on with the mower. It's exactly where it was left off before. It's been like 3 weeks. Me and the girlfriend went camping, did a bunch of stuff. I was really busy, that's why. But I'm gonna try to get a lot more done on this mower. I still gotta do the brakes. Brakes still aren't done. Chain tensioner, that's like next on the list because I wanna actually be driving it around. Like I don't wanna get too far on the turbo part of it because I gotta get it like driving first. And so far it doesn't really like to move under its own power. So that's the next on the list for sure, is get it driving and brakes. Brakes first because it'd be nice to stop. But yeah, it's looking pretty sweet so far. I'm probably not going to wrap this in that exhaust wrap just because this small of an area and the angle is just a pain in the ass. And well, in the next video too, I'll probably, or maybe not the next one, but the next one, I bought some polishing stuff, and so like all the aluminum piping for the cold side, like that's not polished and then that's polished. Like, it looks all right, but I want to polish the whole thing, get it like a mirror finish like that, kind of like this. And the valve covers here, they're all corroded and stuff. I started polishing this one, like that's just like the cutting stage, but I want to polish these. I want to polish the tops of the carbs and maybe some other stuff. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, this is probably it for part 5. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But if it's not upgraded, this thing's a pretty good upgrade. I think it had a freaking 5 horse on it before. We got like 40 some horse. You guys have a good night.